Hello, everyone, and welcome to CJ's Corner. I'm Christine. I'll be your hostess with the mostest for this evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I'll be live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hope you could join me, and I hope to gain more and more followers. And just to talk about sports card collecting, the hobby in general, collectibles, how you guys in the chat feel about how things are going in the hobby. um I want to say thank you to Sports Car Radio for helping me last week to go on their channel and to really help me out. I appreciate it. I don't even know if anybody's here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep going to one person, two people, three people. That's all right. um what I wanted to talk about, a little background. I've been collecting since I was like 5, 6 years old, and I always loved the hobby. I just had a great love for it. But when I was like 18, I just stopped collecting, and I went to college and concerts, and did what teenagers, people in their 20s do. And I started collecting again during the pandemic because I just really didn't have anything to do. But what I didn't know is how much the hobby had changed since like 90. And I didn't know. Oh, Rhonda, thank you. I didn't know what I didn't know. And Rhonda, would you like to help me out tonight? Co-host? Really? I would appreciate it. I'm so nervous. But so I started collecting. I love the hobby. Like I said, then COVID hit, and wow, I did not see the shift, and I didn't know anything about parallels, number cards, autograph cards, 101s, uh, anything. So what happened is I went on Macari and started selling, and I invested $30, and I made a lot from that because a lot of people had helped me, and people were getting out of the hobby to help. So I got in the hobby and started following Jeff Wilson. Now, as you know, he's sports card investor. He's market movers, and I listened to his advice because I didn't know what I didn't know. I would, I had to learn. I learned a hard lesson, but what I realized is people in the hobby did not want to talk about it, or they wouldn't say anything bad. Good evening, Spider. How are you? Um, then I saw a video by Sports Card Radio, and I watched them for years. But then I got a hold of them through Facebook Messenger, and then I started calling the show, and now I'm here. And they have helped me tremendously. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even have the guts to come out tonight. So now that that's over with, I'm done. Yeah, I did, Rhonda. I did speak the truth because I had to. And I called him. I left messages. I asked him if he would talk to me. Uh, Nothing. I got ignored, 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 and I couldn't take it anymore. And I didn't think it was right what he was doing because he has no knowledge of sports in general. He may have money, but his knowledge of sports and how to invest and what to invest in wasn't even close to what it should have been. So that's over with now. Starting a new chapter. I know in my life I could start over anytime. My day, my year, my month, it doesn't matter. The hour, I could start over. So now that I have some of my gumption, courage, wisdom, um, I wanted to talk about the hobby in general. And I was wondering how everybody felt about modern cards now and how the prices have skyrocketed and the product has gone down. And this is just how I'm seeing it because, you know, um, I see people do breaks I see people in videos who they talk to and who they really snuggle up to. I got not snuggle up to, but really push their praises upon people. And what I think most people don't realize is that the more you do that, okay, I'm going to have a break, but I'm really close to all of them. And I pull a 1-to-1, say, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron auto patch. Everybody's going to think they could pull that. I noticed that the people who are really high in the break really get the best product. And I do believe it's rigged to a certain extent because I don't know how you could get cards like that all the time. And the reason I don't like it is because people are going to think they could do it too. And I don't know. Now, fanatics, people see, I wrote a little outline down just so I could stay on topic, are they worth it? Are the breaks worth it? I've seen some from $10 to $5,000. And how I look at it is if you don't know the person, how are you investing money? And you don't know if 10 out of 12 spots are the person's friends. I always wondered that. I never see who the card went to or anything about them. So, I just could children afford it? No, not now. Their parents can, and I've seen yes, exactly. Exactly, Spider. And I'm gonna get to that. I wrote that down also. So you know, speaking of card shows, I went to one Batavia, New York, November 1st and 2nd. One of the most well-run shows I've ever been to. They were so kind. The VIP package was worth it. It was $153 with tax and anything. Exactly, Spider. So what I did was I realized that if you buy that package, you get 3-4 autographs for free that weekend. And I went there for 4 Hall of Fame hockey players. 3 out of 4 were Stanley Cup champions. And it was Mark Recchi, Pierre Turgeon, Brett Hall, and Chris Chelios. So I was so fired up. I talked to them about everything. And it was very enjoyable. But what I said before was it was very redundant. Everybody had 3-4 tables. Each table was $175 each, but a lot of people had the same product. A lot of Josh Allen, a lot of high-priced downtown one-on-ones. And I asked some guy, I bought a rookie OPG Platinum Rainbow from this guy, and he gave me a great price. And I always buy from them. I always talk to everybody. And I asked him how he did, and he said he took a bath because there's a show every month next door at a hotel, and tables are 40. And then there was a card show at the field house at Orchard Park, and the Bills were there on the same day. But what I couldn't figure out was how could you not? I thought the lines for the Hall of Famers would be out the door. Actually, one of the people, besides I got Joe Andreessen and Dalton Kincaid's autograph on night 1. I had to buy Kincaid's, but I got Andreessen in my envelope. It was crazy in there because Dawson Knox was there too, and great to see the Bills. Very, very nice guys. So I also got Turgeon and Recchi's tickets in the VIP package, so I was really hyped, and I paid $70 for Hall because he signed my OPG rookie, and Chelios was God, I got to get into this because listen, I was so happy. I've watched these guys from their rookie year to when they retired, and I've seen them all live. So to me, it was a blast. And I was talking to Pierre Turgeon, or first Recchi came out, and I felt bad. There was only 5 people, and the guy won Stanley Cup and is in the Hall of Fame. I felt so bad, but wow, he could play hockey today. He's in shape. Nice looking guy too. You know what I mean, Rhonda? Hey, what are you gonna do? So we talked about Italians in hockey. And during the 80s, we tried to name all of them, and there was like a grand total of like 7. So just talked about how I felt like after all four of them retired, how the era of hockey was over and a new era started where you couldn't hit anymore, you couldn't fight anymore. There's no more icing. If it hits the board, the whistle blows. So that was the kind of hockey where you had to literally murder people in overtime to get a penalty. And they just let them play. It was the greatest hockey to watch. Yes, very underrated, Spire. So I was talking to Rocky, then I told Turjan, I talked about all of them about the end of an era, and they all had a different take. And I was talking to Turjan, and he's like, "How so?" And I just said, "Just not like you guys anymore." I mean, it's just different. If you weren't alive back then or knew that hockey back then you have no idea. You just see what's out there now. Hey, Fungus, how are you? Yeah, Samuelson's got to go. So got to Brett Hall. I was so happy to see Brett Hall. He was the now. Let me tell you, Recky and Turgeon were in shape. They were dressed. Here comes Hall. Gray sweatpants, gray hoodie with a backpack. Right. He sits down and he's like, "Hold on. Are all 20 of these games on now? Okay, I got all 20 of these games. How's Syracuse doing now?" I just started laughing. Right. So stop laughing. I'm like, this is the Brett Hall I know. And I went up to him and I was talking to him about the time I met him at Buffalo after the Blues played, and it was like his first or second year in the league. And I, I that's when at the old Odd in Buffalo, you could walk right up to the dressing rooms. The players came out, you got autographs. So I think I was like 15, 16, and he was standing with Adam Oates, and I didn't see them. Because wait till I tell you whose autograph I was getting. Don't get me started. So I told Hall this story. I go up, I start talking to him because I was like, holy shit, Brett Hall, Adam Oates. I said, wow. I said, Brett, my cousin said you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. You got one of the best pure shots in hockey, or one of the best pure scorers. We're talking, and I didn't know what to say to Adam Oates. He was, that's the kind of guy you need on your team to win cups and to help the great ones get great, even greater. That's the kind of teammate he was. So we're talking, and Mike Foligno came out of the Sabres dressing room, and I took off like I was shot out of a cannon. And Brett Hall and Adam Oates are right there. I go up to Foligno. If he wasn't the biggest jerk you ever met in your life, and I'm telling Brett Hall, he's laughing hysterically. So at the end, I guess you had to pay $50 to take a picture, and I'm not paying any money to take a picture with someone. But he said, "Hey, come on, let's take a picture together," and it was awesome. So we just talked, and so then Chelios came out, and I didn't realize at the time I was the only one in there for Chelios. The people didn't come in yet. And I was like, yes. I said, here we go. He started smiling. So I said, what's up, Chris? And we're talking. He signed my card. And I said, I'm Christine. Nice to meet you. So we're talking. And I said, I got to ask you something. When you play with the Red Wings, you guys had 12 Hall of Famers on your team. Did you just look around the locker room and go, no one's beating us? It's impossible. Like, just look around, just say, no, it's ours. And he said, actually, we did. We looked around and said, no one's gonna touch us. And that was 2002. And in 99, he went to the Red Wings. Everybody thought his career was over, but I think he won another Norris Trophy for best defenseman. So we're talking, and what I forgot, in 98, they got in a big brawl with the Rockies. And Brendan Shanahan with the Red Wings comes skating down it. Absolutely clothesline Patrick Waugh. That was unheard of to punch a goalie. And what a brawl. It was the good old days. So he says, I wish I was, Christine, because I like to punch people. I'd like to be in a brawl right now. I love brawls and I love fighting. And I was like, this dude's the greatest guy ever. I would love to hang out with him and Hall. That would be fantastic. They were the coolest guys, down to earth. Um, what a pleasure to see them and to really talk hockey with them. When you meet four Hall of Famers and three of them won Stanley Cups, oh, you have that, Spider? Oh, that's phenomenal! What a game and what a moment. Um, so Fungus was talking about the Sabres. Now I'm from Niagara Falls, Western New York. My teams are the Bills, the Sabres, the Celtics, and the Red Sox. So the Sabres, I don't know what's happening with them. I think they love mediocrity. What do you think, Big? Because I think they love mediocrity. That's all I can say. And the same with the Bills, because to me, Sean McDermott is a mediocre coach. I said it. He's terrible at time management. It's just something about him. I don't know if he gets nervous or I didn't like him when they hired him at all. The first thing I said was, here we go again. But we are 7-2. Oh yeah, definitely a Bruins fan. I went there to see the Bruins and Sabres play. I think was it 80, 81? It was those days with Terry O'Reilly was there. I think he was coaching. So we're at the Aud, and I go, and all the Bruins signed my pennant that I had after the playoff game, which was cool, except Bork. And I'm kind of glad. I do not like Ray Bork, and I don't know why. But I love hockey. To see that sport live, there's nothing like it. Just nothing like it. And yes, Adams is going to get fired. I don't know why they didn't hire Rick Dudley to be their GM, because of him, Tampa won, Chicago won, and Winnipeg became a force also. The guy knows his players. He knows hockey. He knows how to scout. He knows what he's looking for. Or LaFontaine. There are no former Sabres, except Lindy Ruff, again, that they bring back in the organization that fans just loved. Hasek didn't want to come back here. And he's the only reason we went to the Cup in 99. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody brought a picture of Brett Hull skating the crease in 99 when he beat us in the Stanley Cup. And I say us because if you're a Sabre or Bills fan, you can. And he said, yep, my skate sure was in the crease and we won the Stanley Cup. And he just started laughing. I didn't know it. The biggest line was for Scott Norwood. I couldn't look at the guy. I didn't want to say anything rude. People were out the door for this idiot, and he was signing wide right. And like it's funny, or like it's his catchphrase now. I digress. So you're 27. Yeah. You know what, though, Big? I'm a diehard Red Sox fan and grew up in a family of Yankees fans, and I thought they would never win a World Series, let alone 4 in my lifetime. So, 1 year. And if the Bills win here, my God, Western New York will explode. They'll have to shut the city down for a week. It'll be out of hand in a good way. Yeah, the good old days, Rhonda. Remember when McNabb and O'Reilly jumped in the stands at Madison Square Garden and beat that guy up with his own shoe? That was outstanding. You don't see that anymore either. You got a lot of years left of heartache, Fungus. Let me tell you. So that's just a little about me. I love sports too. I didn't want to just talk about cards and collecting, like that. But there was one guy. I'd like to watch his videos. Big Valor Sports Cards, and I want to talk to him one day. If he'll come on the show one day about breaks, because he does a lot of breaks. And he's a good guy. I really like the guy. And I just wanted to get his take about him because I don't know enough about him to really tell other people information. I just don't trust a lot of people out there because I don't know him or I can't see him. So I got all of them to sign their rookie except Chelios, his second year card I got. But nobody at that show sold one thing about any hockey player that was there. No jerseys, no cards, no pitch, nothing. Nobody had anything, and you could have had 12 to 13 jerseys between all four. Nobody had anything. Nobody really had much, and it was very expensive. But I got some great cards because I know people, and I always go to them, and I'm fair and honest with them. So I saw on Valor Sports saying the new Topps Chrome update is out. There's new inserts, and I guess the Chrome autograph patches are going to be insane. People are going to go nuts for these. Like I said, modern, I just don't trust because, in my opinion, I don't think vintage loses its value. Gretzky, Jordan, Bird. I love the Celtics. I had to put him in. Players like that, the old school. Griffey. I just believe they keep their value because to me, sports was something different back then. It meant something. Really did. You lived and died with your team. You know, I knew every player on the roster. Now, my cousin and I, he was the only male first cousin. So him and I hung up because we always liked sports and traded cards and everything. And, you know, we really got into baseball and every sport and knew every player on the roster and every team stadium, you know. Oh, okay, I got you, Big. Yeah, it like I said, the show wasn't good. It was run well. They got 4 Hall of Famers, 3 Stanley Cup, but other than that, it wasn't. They got to do something, but I'm not paying 175 a table. And yes, you're right, Rhonda. Canada does have the cards, but you know, so I saw Jeff Wilson at that card show in Toronto, and he bought a patch rookie McDavid auto, and it was sweet. I will say that was sweet. And I wanted to ask you guys about market movers. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody wants to okay, copy. Okay, and oh, hold on. I have to 1 second, guys. Let me do it this way. So then all right. Let me paste this. Here it is. Okay, perfect. If you'd like to call in, call in. There's the link. Hit that, and I'll get you on. I'll see you in the studio. Delivery driver is lost. Yeah, that was a nice card he got. I will admit that. So I wanted to ask you guys about market movers. Now I see Jeff Wilson go to a lot of shows and compare prices on, but he only goes to market movers. I only saw one dealer do this. They said that he said he was saying like a price or something, okay? And then he said like, okay, like I got to check market movers, and the guy said, no, I'm not doing it because you have to be registered to use market movers, and you could only register if the person has that card, you know. And so I think that's a scam, and I saw him scam somebody at the National. This guy got one of the packs you get when you come in, and he pulled a 1 of 1, went by on my rookie card. And the guy was maybe didn't know enough about cards. And Jeff told him that it wasn't a rookie card, even though it had RC on it, and that it won't be worth anything. And he basically stole the card from the guy for nothing, and then went and got it graded. That I don't like. Somebody tried to sell me a Gretzky rookie last year for hardly nothing, and I was like, I can't buy it. I'm sorry. I just can't do that. to you. I know it's worth a lot more. And I know it's the seller's job to look at prices, but my conscience wouldn't let me do it. So I just couldn't do it. So I saw that the Babe Ruth 1933 Gaudi. I guess it's exceptionally rare. This rookie card is going on sale at auction, and they're talking about millions and millions. And I won't be at that auction, but holy cow, imagine finding that card. I think he found it at a garage sale. And then this one killed me. A case of 7980 OPC hockey with Gretzky's rookies. Wasn't paid for. The person who won wouldn't pay or didn't pay. And now it's back up for auction. I don't know how you could let that go. They said there's at least, 12 to 16 Gretzky rookies in there. So, wow. I don't know what to say about that, So I was also wondering what everybody thought about Young Guns, with the Upper Deck Young Guns for hockey. I feel that people really, I don't know what to say, because they're all not going to be good. And if you see the prices now to when like Carter Hart came out for goalie, and certain players, like they're between $1 and $7 now, when they were in 30s, 40s. I mean, not everybody's going to make the Hall of Fame. Now, I made my money because every rookie I got modern, I sold immediately. I had rookie autos of Julio Rodriguez, Franco, Jordan Alvarez, Rushman. I kind of regret that one, but I got all those guys at the height and sold them all and made I made a good buck off of them. But I had a terrible accident in my home, and I lost all the cards I collected since I was 5, and I was devastated. It was a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of sentimental value just gone. Instead of trying to buy them all back, all I did was I started over, and I started buying different cards, And if anybody wants to call in, please do. Is it just you two here? I can't see who's here. I don't know how to look. Yeah, I was devastated. Right? I was crying. I was crying bad because I can't get those back, Can't get them back. Are you three the only three here tonight? I can't see who's here. Anyone? Anyone? Everybody leave already. I don't know who's here. I know I could see you three here. I don't know. I can't tell if there's anybody else, but I am. Oh, 6 people. Yes. All right. Hey, if you're here, drop a message. Sugar. If you're one of the people watching, drop a message. I'd like to hear from you. So I'm gonna keep rocking you all night. That's what I like. All right, yo. I'm gonna keep going. And I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm always gonna try to improve week after week. Minute by minute. I'm trying to just find my niche or niche, how some people say it. And I just I enjoy it. And like I said, I see other people do it. I can do it. I mean, I'm not gonna like do handstands and backflips and get crazy, like some people do. All of them rocking, all of them. I'll talk to you for sure. It's just it was just devastating, absolute devastation. Oh gosh, I can't. It's okay. It's okay. That was a bummer. Okay, so what's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling about hockey this season? Besides Sabre fans, do you feel optimistic? I mean, we're only behind by a point for the final playoff spot, so at least that's something. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask. This is what I really wanted to know. When you guys get your cards graded, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. When you guys get your cards graded, for the older vintage cards, do they really go hard on surface? Oh yeah. I mean, you got McDavid. You can't go wrong there, buddy. Um oh, okay. I'll mention that in a second then, Rockin'. Um do they really count surface for the old vintage cards as much as say newer cards? Because except for like a lot of my 87, 88, 88, 89 cards, it's the surface. It's not corners, it's not centering, it's not edges, it's the surface. And I didn't know if they if that was like the part of the biggest grade. I heard it was centering, corners, edges, surface. So I was wondering how much of an impact the surface made. Excuse me. Salute, Red Bull. So I was just wondering that because some cards. I was just reading what Fungus wrote about Bedard. Yeah, Bedard better be good. People are spending an arm and a leg on him, and it does. It kills the market because one guy has those hobby boxes up for 250, 350, 450. One guy. One guy. Surface has a huge impact because all cards have a gang of fingerprints on it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Dimples and scratches to some, not all of. Okay, thank you guys. I feel confident about a lot of my cards. I feel confident going to PSA. How do you guys feel? How do you feel about Beckett, SGC, PSA? How do you guys feel about that? Let me know if you want to call in. Call in. Rockin', you want to call in? I'll put you on and we'll talk about some cards. Rhonda next week for sure. Big, yeah, Bedard killed the hockey market, man. Killed the hockey market. Spider, glad Spider came in tonight too. Um, I know I'm not going to be as big right now as other people, but I really enjoy what I do, and I don't think enough women talk about the hobby or their love of the hobby or their love of sports. PSA, okay, but for a PC, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Resale value versus collection. Um, I started when I lost my rockin' when I lost my the cards I had, I lost every baseball card from the 80s and 78, 79 baseball. I lost every football card from the 70s and 80s. I lost all hockey, just about every hockey card I ever had. And that went from 70s up. I lost all my guns, everything. And the worst part was okay. The worst part was actually throwing them out. Actually, that oh, like I said, if I only look back, I'll never go forward, and that's okay because I actually changed my strategy because now I went with Hall of Famers, and I went with the likes of Verlander, Greinke, um, Kershaw, players like that. I went vintage. Where am I? Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Wait, I'll learn the camera sooner or later. Just low amount cards, get them graded, see what happens. But I talked about this last week on SCR, and somebody made fun of me because I bought a 2021 Pro Set autograph special memories box of hockey, and they were like, "Wow, great advice." It wasn't advice. I just said what I got. So I got Willie O'Ree, 4 out of 5. The first black player in NHL history, auto. I got a Ray Bork auto, 4 out of 5. I got 2 buyback cards, Peter Klimo, 101. And hold on, Randy Ladiseur, 4 out of 5, but that's good. Sports Card Radio's taking a big break, buddy. They're just taking a break for quite a few months. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. I thought you'd like this one. Your boy here, right? One of your hometown heroes. But I'll show you a nice card I got at the card show, actually. I'd like to show you guys. It's just a 1 of 2. And I thought it was cool, and I thought it was different. So guess what? I got it. It's a 1 of 2. And there's Nolan Ryan's auto. You can see it says Enshrined in Time 99, 1 out of 2. And Robin Yount's on the back because he got inducted with him. And there's his auto. And I thought it was a phenomenal price. And I said, you know what? I'll take it. It's 1 out of 2. So myself and one other person out of 8 billion people in the world have this card. I just liked it. I thought it was different, and I really, really like stuff like this. And James Cook, people are going nuts on Macari. I put this up. A lot of looks, Oh, I do have I'm on Macari, but here's the weird thing on Macari. You can't go on and just look up a seller. You have to look up a card they have, Oh no, no, just personal. That's it. No, not the guy threatened to sue him, but he's not going through with it because they said sue us then, and he didn't do anything. So Macari, my seller name is Springsteen88, and if you want, I'll give you a simple card to look up, so you ain't got to look through all the Monastra here. And there shouldn't be a lot of these. Look up Bryant Young. Tell me that's his name. I didn't get it. Oh, Bryant Young. Chase Young. The 2020 Rookie Wave rookie card. I think it's a silver prism. Look that up. If you see one, click on it. If it says Springsteen 88, that's me. And I would love to talk to you guys about cards. I have a lot on there. I have a full set of 97 rookie wave cards. And about, I don't know if they're up here. 5 of them, at least 5 of them are graded. Andrew Jones, Scott Rowland, Vladimir Guerrero Sr., Jorge Posada, Hideki Arabu, and Jose Cruz Jr. 6 cards, all 9.5 bucket except Jose Cruz Jr. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. So I have a whole set of that, and I have the Ortiz, not graded, but I had it graded. I sold it, but I have another Ortiz. And I never knew his card said David Arias, so I learned something new too. But I really like different cards. Like I just love cards like that. It's nice, it's clean. I like eye appeal. I'm a big eye appeal person. So let's see. This was a nice card to get too. Mac Hollins for the Bills. It's Donruss Optic Refractor rookie auto card. I picked these up. These are the kind of cards I picked up. Gronk's rookie card out of 62. So I picked up cards like that everybody looked over. Yeah, that's what I like. Eye appeal and a nice price, and not to gouge the seller. Me too. And I do like some modern cards, but I would say it would just be for me. Like I sold Josh Allen, um, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, all their rookies, a lot of rookies, some autographs, some not yet. The Gronk, and that was for nothing. That's what I was looking for, just deals, and people around it wanted to get rid of cards they didn't want. I'll take it. Why not? I took a chance on a couple players. I like to buy cards like these at shows. Excuse me. They were like $5, and okay, it's a Bowman Chrome first to somebody, but you never know. Why not? Guy was like, "You want it for $5? Sure." This is one of my favorite cards. People aren't, Gary Sheffield autographed 2013 Prism. Too bad he's with the Marlins, but I like Sheff. And a lot of these cards I just like. Like this kid, I got. I didn't think a lot of people know him. Nazan Zanatello. I don't know how to pronounce his first name if you want the truth, but he's a Red Sox prospect. Very cheap auto. So that's what I was going for. Hunter Bishop. Let's see. I got it. I've been doing Jordans, a lot of Jordans for between the $1 to $3 mark. I listened to Colin from Sports Card Radio about like how Burbank does $1 to $3 cards. Since I changed my model up to a lot of cards for that, I've been selling like crazy. And I mean, you're talking cards that wouldn't sell. And this is one of my favorite. My favorite set's 1980 tops. I just always loved the card, but I always loved the set 81 Don Ross, 81 Fleer, 82 tops, 83 Dunross. No, 83 Fleer with the rookies. 84 because I just loved the set. 85 because of Clemens. When his rookie came out, I just loved it. But see, I did that because love of the game and love of the hobby. It made me happy. Very simple. That's one of my favorite cards. My Greinke Bowman Chrome rookie. I still can't figure this camera out, but bear with me if you can see it, I hope. So that's what I started doing. Verlander. Like I said, I started getting cards like this. Eckersley with the Dufex. I got Griffey's Dufex. I don't even know what Dufex covering is. Cards like this at Griffey. I love these cards from 99 tops. I just love the way they look. I like this card, Terrell Davis rookie. And I got the one with him and Elway together too. And I really like that card. Like the silver or gold helmet card? I love those cards. I picked these up too. This guy had these Yankee from 80 and all these 82 plus more. And so for $10, so I grabbed them. Why not, right? Got to start somewhere. But these are the cards I have been getting, okay? Let me know what you guys think. Marino. None of these cards are more than $5. Bettis. Curtis Martin. Terrell Davis rookies. I mean, just Ty Law. I do have a Thurman Thomas auto, actually, but he's not my favorite person, if you want the truth. See, Bruce Smith and Thurman Thomas went out a lot, and they weren't very good people. I didn't care for them. Lemieux. I love this Barry Sanders. It's a mint, and I got the magnifying glass to see what's wrong, see what's right. Here's something else. I'm very relaxed tonight because it's my channel and I felt a lot of pressure. There was too many people last week, and I'm in my wheelhouse now. And this is one of my favorite MVP gold script Ovechkins. I just love these cards. I love these cards. And any of the cards I showed, if they're 10s, forget about it because there's not too many 10s. of a lot of these cards, like Brett, one of my favorites. Now, my favorite Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski, bar none. I saw him get inducted in 1989. My mother brought me, and our friends went, excuse me, my sinuses are very bad. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Thank you. Sorry about that. We went to see Yaz get inducted in 1989 with Johnny Bench. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna put up what Rockin' just said. I know you ain't calling me out, Rockin'. The SCR chat was not a place for the weak hearted. It's not. And I got thick skin, but to go live and I don't know. It was tough because it wasn't my channel. And now it's my channel. I could do my own thing. I don't want to copy them. I want to, emulate their success for sure. But I took a beating. Believe me. Rocket, when I first went on there, I was the only woman who was on the show. Then Rhonda came, then Aubrey and Alex Giamo came, and that was about it. But I call, and a lot of the guys won't call because they talk a good game. They won't call them. They ain't got what it takes, rocking. Just kidding, man. So, what's one? So, okay, I went to see as 89. My mother took me, went with our friends, and at Cooperstown, you go down. It's all hilly and everything. It's awesome, and it's outside. So they call it Hall of Fame Row, and all the players come down. All the past players. It was the only year Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle wasn't there. I digress. Ted Williams. Oh my God, there's Ted Williams. There's Roy Campanella, Billy Martin, Willie Stargell, Herman Killebrew, Duke Snyder. So Ernie Banks came by, and I was like, Mr. Banks, can I have your autograph? And he's the only one who said yes. And he signed it, and it was awesome. And he took my pen. I had to get my pen back. You're right, Rockin'. I am in my element now. I'm rolling now. So I had to ask him for my pen back. Then you'll never believe this. Brooks Robinson comes out, and people stampeded, and the snow fence fell. People were on top of each other. He had to help people up and put the thing back. Oh, it was outstanding. It was just outstanding. Ted Williams came by, and no one did. Brooks Robinson, they lost their minds. Johnny Bench came out, just waved, didn't talk to anybody. I don't want. So here comes Yaz. He's standing with his back to the crowd. Everybody is asking for autographs and pictures, and he doesn't respond, and everybody's mother effing him now. Someone called him an a-hole, and it was his brother. And he said, I'm his brother, a-hole. And everybody, I used all my film on him. It was uncanny. I thought it was, everybody thought it was Yaz. And I used all my film, this camera. If you remember, you remember. So then here comes Carl Yastrzemski. I am 16 years old. And before Yes came out, Marge Schott came out. It was awesome. She signed my ball too with Ernie Banks on it. I don't know how I got those two, but it's great. Nobody's ever getting that ball. Here comes Yes. My mother even came around. She was doing her thing. She didn't want to stand there. So she came to see. All our friends came to see. And there was security because he was going down the line. And right when I went to shake his hand, the security guard stood in front of me, and I looked like my entire family just died. And he came back around and shook my hand, and I was like, oh, yes, that's all I could get up. But his hands were so soft. But I was so happy. He had a smile. I had the smile. Oh my God. I got to shake hands with my hero the day he gets inducted to Cooperstown. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. At Cooperstown. 99, him and Bench. Um, yeah, I got the shake. Yeah. So my favorite players, I'm not going to mention Red Sox because they'll take up the whole list. But my favorite players, Ripken. Oh my God, bar none. Ripken, Brett, Yount, just those Dale Murphy, Mattingly. When your name's Donnie Baseball, you should be in the Hall of Fame. Boggs, Clements, Guidry, Thurman, Reggie, all the old ones, all the greats, Stargell. I just loved baseball. I'll never forget I was 7. My mother brought me to my first baseball game in Toronto. It's only 50 minutes from Niagara Falls, New York. She said, wear a sweater. I think it's September, October. It was nice out. So, okay. I'm like, where are we going? She's like, we're just going to Canada, going for a ride. And we pulled up to the old CNE Stadium in Toronto, and they were playing the Yankees. I don't know where Aubrey is. I dropped a link. I hope she comes in. And I walk up the stairs. Now, mind you, I'm 7. So this is 1978, 79 Yankees. And I walk up the stairs and I see a baseball diamond for the first time. And I thought I died and went to heaven. I couldn't believe it. Just the smell of popcorn. All right, Aubrey. That's what I'm talking about. Call in, Aubrey, if you want. Let me put the link up. I'd like to talk to you. You know a lot about cards. So she took me not only to my first baseball game, my first hockey game. She's like, put a sweater on. We go, my first game was 1979 against the Winnipeg Jets when they came into the league with Dale Hawerchuk. And I don't think, no, Hawerchuk wasn't in the, no, he wasn't a rookie then. It was just Winnipeg Jets. So I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, Perot, Gilbert Perot, are you kidding me? Bob Solvay, Don Edwards, Danny, oh my gosh. I mean, forget about it. She took me the same year, all 79, to my first football game. She's like, put a sweater on. Every event. To my first Bills game, and we played Miami, and we lost 9-7. We had lost all decade to them. The next year, she was at the game they won and stormed the field. But it rained, but I got to see how people tailgated and what it was like. And it was just, I was like, man, I am in my element now. I didn't even know that world existed, excuse me, except on television. Excuse me. And if anybody remembers this week in baseball, with, oh my God, do, 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 every week, oh man. I could go on and on about my love of sports, but baseball was just I ate baseball, breathed baseball, lived baseball. Yes, Bill Mogilny very much deserves it. What did he score his rookie year? 76? And then Solani scored 77, right? I think something like that, Pencil. Definitely something like that. Did you guys know how I could drop the link again? Do I just copy and paste again? Because I really don't know what I'm doing at the moment. I don't have a moderator. I don't even know what that means, Rhonda. Oh, it rained that day in Buffalo. It rained so hard it was a monsoon, and I was crying because I was cold, but it was awesome at the same time. Uh, my mother took me to the Monday night game. Her work had an excursion, 1981. Monday night. Limo pulls up. O.J. Simpson, Don Meredith. We ran, my uncle and I ran to the limo. We were like, juice, juice, juice. Now, if you're not from here, you don't know how big O.J. Simpson was here. Everybody loved him. And then we know what happened. But, so he's there. Howard Cosell. I mean, it was awesome. And we got banned from Monday Night Football that night for 10 years. That's how bad. There was a riot. They had to bring the dogs out, tear gas. And I'm sitting there going, this is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. Yeah. I was a kid. I was just happy. Mel Allen. Do, do. Yeah, Tim is their moderator, but I don't know who to have. That's why I wanted somebody to come on, you know. Yeah, we'll definitely talk, Rhonda. Let me drop the link in the chat if anybody would like to come on and talk. Give me one moment, please, everyone. Whoops, hold on. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see if I can get it right 2 times in a row. Well, maybe not. Woo! This was 2 for 2. So, like I was saying, my love of sports, my love of baseball, and my best friend, I call her Sugar. I got to give a shout out to Sugar. I talk baseball, sports, and she's just like, she'll listen, but she'll go crickets. And she said, we're going to be the old women on the porch. I'll be talking about sports. Nobody will listen to me as usual. You know, just, and every woman in my family loves sports and has gone to a game of some kind. We used to go to Old Timers game at the Rock Pile in Buffalo. I don't know if anybody knows about that. Chat live with you, but without a cat. No problem. Yeah, come on, camera, my friend. Call. The Rock Pile where Hank Aaron was there, Willie Mays. I seen Joe DiMaggio at an old timers game. Dandy Don, he was great. Remember he used to, who was it, Meredith, who used to sing Turn Out the Lights, the party's over. And you know, I just love sports and everything about it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like poetic. It's spiritual. It means something. It really meant something to me. And there's nothing like walking those steps and just looking at the diamond. Wow. I went to my mother met my stepfather and he brought me, he's still, you know, I call him my father. He stepped in and was a father. And I respect that man to no end. And he brought me to see Jordan and the Knicks play at the Odd of Buffalo. They used to play exhibition games. And I got to see Jordan dunk, and that was like, oh. So, of course, huge Larry Bird fan. The Celtics are coming to the Odd for the exhibition. Bird, McHale, Ainge, Parrish, they're all coming, okay? Twib notes. And so my father got us, myself, my mother, and him, court side seats. I'm going to be right there with Bird. All the Bills were there. Some of my family was on the other side. It was standing packed to the rafters. 5 minutes before the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bird will not be playing this evening. He didn't make the trip. And when I tell you, talking about letting just the air out of a room, I mean, everybody at the same time went, oh, I missed my chance. I saw Reggie Lewis play that night, though. That was cool. I'm at Bob Lanier. Kelvin Murphy always came to the NU games here at Niagara University. Bob Lanier played for St. Bonaventure. So did John Hayes, if you're from around here. The big three. It was Canisius, St. Bonaventure, and NU. We're all NU fans. And Kelvin Murphy, he's if you don't know, he's an NBA Hall of Famer. His alma mater's NU, and he would come to the games and get the crowd. We used to have season tickets. It was college basketball in a small gym rivalry, nothing like it. NCAA. We get a lot of games in Buffalo. I'm blessed to go. I've been very blessed in my life to do what I wanted to do, sports wise. I went to the parade in 2004 with my mother when the Red Sox won, and what a time! What a time to be alive! My gosh. So this is how I feel comfortable. My own style, talking about sports, talking about how it was and why I am the way I am today. It meant something to me. It really meant something to me. I don't know how to put it into words sometimes, but it meant something. It really did. It was fun. Yes. Let me see it. Call in. You don't got to come on, but let me see the thing. Aubrey, you want to call in? If anybody wants to call in, please do. How many we got there, Rhonda? How many we got so far? It's got to be 7, right? 8, maybe, total tonight, if you count everybody. I love laughing at myself. It's just funny to me. If nobody was here, I'd be talking to myself and having a ball. So, what would you guys like to talk about? 6? Yes. Woo! Maybe next week we'll have 7, but let me tell you guys, I am so grateful for all 6 who are here. I truly am. Thank you for joining me, and having a ball, and I'm having fun in the chat, and everybody's got, memories. And Aubrey, what's one of your favorite sports memories? If you didn't fall asleep with me going on. What's one of your favorite sports memories? I really like to know. You seem like a very good person, Aubrey. I'd like to get to know you. And, you, Rhonda, and myself, I'd like to hang out sometime with you guys. And that's the wonderful thing that Sports Card Radio has brought me, is closer to other people, meeting other people, like rocking. I know what you were saying about the cards I lost, but I wouldn't want anybody to spend money and give me cards that I lost. I really wouldn't. I mean, it is what it is. I got over it, but I did cry. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurting. Rhonda, did you mean you'll chat now without a camera or next week? Yeah, I like bringing people together, and I like talking to different people, and I like getting different ideas from them and how they feel about things and how they look at something. I really like, it really really makes me happy. I really like to see other people's point of views, how they feel. I'm very open minded about things. I wasn't always that way, but I am. Is Aubrey still here? Aubrey, you still here? Okay, awesome. You don't got to come on camera, Rhonda, but it'd be cool to hear someone else besides me. Anybody could call in, rockin'. I know you said you had a little too much. Where is my buddy here? Where are my buddies? Rockin', Spider. Where's the guy we were talking about, Mogilny? Biggs here. Spider. He's a real nice guy, the guy about Mogilny. Do Do you guys know his name? I'm sorry. I lost. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to do that. There's Aubrey. Oh, here he is. Pencil. That's a great point you brought up about Mogilny, by the way. What a team they had, huh? I got his autograph with Turgeon. They had Turgeon, Howard, Chuck, and Mogilny. I mean, I can't believe Mogilny's not in the hall. Some people aren't in the hall. I got to shake my head. Like Rick Vive, he was one of the best scorers. If you look at his stats, him and Bernie Nichols were about even, and I believe Nichols is in, and he's not. Rick Vive was underrated. And I believe Jim Tomei is one of the most underrated, and Hank Aaron, and I'll tell you why. Nobody ever mentions Hank Aaron with the best of the best. Yeah, Roenick just got inducted, right, Pencil? I'll take Mogilny over Roenick. Roenick had grit, but Mogilny, man, nothing like what? He was fast. He could score. I mean, he came in and just did his job, you know? Aubrey, Rockin' wants you to call in. Come on now, Aubrey. Who else do you here? That's a good topic, actually, Pencil. Who do you guys think should be in excuse me, the Hall of Fame in any sport? Who isn't? Who do you think has been looked over? I know my picks. I'm just curious to see what you guys think. Excuse me. I think I lost it. Shit. I had a shoot. I meant to say sorry. Shoot. Dale Murphy, Don Mattingly, Guidry. Those three without a doubt. Yeah, you're right. Politics does, and it shouldn't. You should have if you get this, you're in. Nobody mentions Jim Tomei. Nobody mentions Hank Aaron. Everybody's talking about Jackson Holiday and Julio Rodriguez. He's the new Mantle. Nobody will ever be the Mick. I mean, we are seeing one of the greatest players ever in Ohtani. I will say that. I don't want to say it, but I will say it. My God. That's right, Bullhorn. I'm just a little nervous, just trying to talk, you know. Actually, my biggest gripe actually just got in this year in football. What's that, Pencil? Like the kickoff rule? How the refs are like determining games, like how you could call it. Aubrey, you talk about anything. Doesn't have to be just one subject. I like. Who's that, Pencil? Talk about anything you want, Aubrey. That's the best part about this show. If you're interested in something or you really like something, call in. Love to talk to you. Tell me your thoughts about anything. I have different hobbies. I love music, etc. Huge hockey. I am a huge hockey fan. I am. I mean, these are my favorite players ever. Okay, Michael Ruzioni, Gretzky. If you weren't around for Miracle on Ice, my God, what a time to be alive. This is what I'm talking about. If you weren't there in 79 and 80 to know the mood of the country and you know, oh man, there was nothing like that when nothing. My mother and I sat here with our flags. We went bananas. That's the one person I always wanted to meet was Mike Ruzioni. Greatest, and then Gretzky. He's Italian. You're right, Dale Murphy, Tony Esposito. Absolutely. That's right, Aubrey. Let's talk about hockey. Call up. People want it. Sheffield, exactly. That's why I showed that. Rockin', were you here when I showed that Sheffield auto I have? I mean, it's when he was with the Marlins, but I really like the card. Let's see where I put it. I mean, who knows where I put things? Put something down. I can't find it for a week. Chef, where you at, Chef? Put your back. It's got to be around. What? Aubrey, call right now and tell me that story. Right now, Aubrey. Yeah, you're right about Sheffield. People don't realize he was on the team with A-Rod when the Yankees won. There it is, Rocket. I didn't know if you saw that. Um, Aubrey, call in right now. You don't got to come on camera, but I need to hear this story immediately. Yes, Hank Aaron was the greatest. Look at his doubles. Look at his RBIs. Look, I mean that he was my God. You don't make him like that anymore. And look at Griffey. He lost maybe 2 years to injury, and he's got 600 home runs. Willie Mays has 660. As far as I'm concerned, Hank Aaron is still the home run king, and so's Maris. My opinion. That's all. Aubrey, you better call this. You better call this link right here, Aubrey. Hold on. Up. See that link, Aubrey? Hold on. Right there. I have to hear this story. Come on with your mother. I'd love to hear it. I just want to hear the story. I don't know anybody. Yep. McGuire, Canseco, Clemens, Bonds, Steroid. But MLB didn't say anything when it was McGuire and Sosa in the home run race because they just got back from strike. Baseball wasn't popular. They turned their heads from steroids. Then, when it was over, they vilified everybody on steroids. Yes, Aubrey. Yes. Eruzione. Oh my God. Eruzione. He scored. That was the only goal he scored in the whole Olympics. And it was to win. It wasn't to win the gold. It was to beat Russia. We beat Finland. And every game we came back. Jim Craig. Oh, Jim Craig. Remember, he was looking for his father. He had to. Okay, I'll tell you guys this story. Yep. He was I don't know how he's in the Hall of Fame. He should be ashamed of himself for vilifying people on steroids. He let it go. He let it go. And then after, when the fans came back, then I don't know what to say about that. And half the players didn't need to use them. A-Rod, Manny, Clemens. They didn't need to use them. They were great on their own. They would have got in. Bonds would have got in. I mean, your head cannot grow. When you're old, it can't. His head grew like 10 hat sizes. Impossible. But I will say this though, still got to hit the ball. Still got to hit the ball. And he did. Canseco, McGuire. I'm a huge fan of Kirby Puckett. All those guys. And I don't know if you guys who remembers, probably if anybody remembers when Chris Berman first came out with all the nicknames for players of sports, that was a great time too. That was awesome. I mean, that was so new, and like that's all we talked about, you know. Yeah, let me put this up, pencil. Hold on 1 second. I don't know how he's in the Hall of Fame. He wasn't very good. Yeah, I got to put these two up too. That's right. Representing. Let's see, Bullhorn. Whoops. They should have 1 year of all those guys that did steroids. The fans really don't care. Stop putting in some questionable guys to fill a few spots like they do now. Exactly. Um, exactly. How come I can't get your thing to go? Hold on one second, please. Okay, there we go. Yes, I agree with you completely. I don't care. Manny was Manny. You still have to hit the ball. Manny was Manny. A-Rod, Bonds, Clemens, Pettit, Schilling, Giambi. And it's funny, as soon as Giambi said, yeah, I did it, that was it. Nobody paid attention anymore. He admitted it, and that was it. He went on with his life. One of my favorite players now, Kershaw. I always like Kershaw. Oh my God. Current players. Do you realize, can you imagine Mantle, Mays, Aaron, Yogi Berra, just Ted Williams? If they played right now, what would they be paid? $1 billion? You have to pay them $1 billion, right? And here's the other thing people don't know. Ted Williams, Bob Feller, Joe DiMaggio, Yogi Berra, they all fought in World War II in their prime. Yogi Berra stormed the beaches at Normandy. That's what people don't know. They went and served their country in their prime. That's unheard. Nobody. The only player who did that was Rocky Boyer, fought in Vietnam, and Pat Tillman, and that was it. Oh, Mays, yeah, a lot of players went in their prime to World War II. Players would never do that today. Like, say you're in your prime, you think Griffey was going to go fight in the first Desert Storm? I'm saying that those were just different kind of players. Oh my God, another 150. He would have had another 250 born. And this is part of the reason why I started this channel. Um, I'm an only child, but I always had my family, my cousins, my friends, but I love my own company, and I love, excuse me, talking sports, and I don't get to as much as I'd like. And that is the whole reason I started this, to be relaxed, laid back, talk about sports. Don't have to talk about cards and collecting every second. Let's talk about sports. You know, your favorite moments. Like, I'll tell you, the funniest thing I've ever seen was when Tommy Lasorda got hit with the bat at the All-Star game. I laughed so hard I thought my ribs broke. Do you guys remember that? Aubrey, if you didn't see that, you have to look up Tommy Lasorda getting hit with the bat at the All-Star game. And you also need to look up when Ted Williams came out in Fenway for the All-Star game, and all the players, it was unscripted, all the players went, oh my gosh, we have a guest. Am I hitting it? How come I can't unmute your mic? Oh, hold on, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Okay. Is your mic on? How do I unmute the mic? Yes, hold on. No. Wait, I gotta do a different layout. Okay. No. Is your Darren, is your microphone on? Guys, how do I put this mic on? Bear with me 1 second. Thank you, Brendan. How do I unmute somebody? Darren, can you hear me? Darren. Excuse me. One second. He's got to unmute. Does he have to unmute the mic, guys? Okay. Okay. How do I unmute a guest's mic, or did they have to unmute the mic themselves? I really need to know this because I don't want anybody leaving the studio because I don't know how to do an mute. Does anybody know? Does he have to unmute? Do you have to unmute yourself? Or do I do it? They need to do it. Okay. 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 Yeah, come on. Come on, Queen. Hold on. Do I have to put the thing down again? Hold on, I will. There we go. Okay. Ooh, Rhonda.
Hi.
Well, hold on. There you are. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to talk to you. How's it going?
It's going okay. I hope you don't hear anything in the background. I muted the
No,
TV and my iPad.
no worries. No worries.
All right, great. Well, I want to say one thing. Congratulations. I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you for
Thank
having
you.
your first premiere live stream, and it takes a lot of guts to do what you're doing, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm really glad and I appreciate SCR. They know who they are. And I don't know how they made this happen, but it's happening. And I'm so excited for you. And I know for a fact you're going to go places because of the knowledge that you have. You blow
Thank
me
you.
away with the knowledge that you have, by the way, Christine.
Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I don't know how old you are, and I don't want to say how old
52.
I am, but
I'm 52.
well, I'm older than you, but you have so much knowledge. It really blows me away. I am very honored to know you and finally get to talk to you. I feel like I've known you for a long, long time.
Yes.
I
Yes.
know.
Just do SCR, you know?
Yeah, congratulations on what? Third place in first hobby?
Yeah, wow.
First lady in the hobby? That was so much fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a blast,
That was
and
great.
I
I
like
loved
that
it.
all the women supported each other.
Exactly. I mean, you, Alex, and I, we get along great. There's
Aubrey,
no animosity, no jealousy or whatever. We just
oh,
talk about our own personal stories and our feelings about what's going on in the hobby today, which we
yes,
have a
yes.
lot to talk about that crap.
And
Um, we allowed
I
to
like
swear at this time? Is it time? Can we
I
swear?
like Aubrey. I like that Aubrey came on too.
That's great.
I think
That's
it's
great. I've seen her in
awesome.
the chat before. And
Uh,
her and Rockin'.
I
That's
don't
great.
I don't know rules about swearing or stuff. Are you not
Well, I know
supposed to?
SCR. It's there's no hold back right there, but I think it's I think I don't know if you before you go into live stream, does it tell you that you need to select um like a selection where you say explicit language.
I'll have to look into
Okay.
that. And
Uh,
I was
well, I'll keep it
yeah,
clean just in
I
case.
don't mind it. I don't mind it in the chat or a little bit of someone,
Oh
but
yeah, yep,
not
yep.
excessive.
Hey, I wanted to, since I have you, okay,
Yes,
I wanted to ask you a few questions.
sure.
Okay. So so my question to you is who was the person that influenced you in card collecting in the first place?
Mm,
How
that's a
did you get involved with this? And you said you were 5? Was there somebody in your
Never,
life
my
that
poppy, my grandfather.
yeah? See,
He
those
gave
are
me
the stories I want to hear. I love to go
yes,
back in time and say, how did this start? How did this begin? Because I believe everything from the heart is always remembered.
my poppy.
Uh,
Actually, my family, my cousin, we're the same age. There was some older kids on the street we played sports with.
mhm.
They collected just a little, but my cousin, I really got into it. But it's my poppy more than anybody. My poppy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's
Mm,
wonderful. I
And
remember growing up
my
with
mother too. My mother, and like I said, both sides of my
really.
family always was into sports and stuff. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew cards were such a thing until, like I said, during COVID. But I was collecting, I started to really get into it in 2016 and 2017. And I think
Really,
because I think I was bored and I think I was going through a bunch of, collections, old collections, not much, but things that I bought in the past 4 or 5 years. And then when I found out, and apparently, you know what? I think it was a YouTube algorithm that
really.
started to bring the sports card hobby into my face. At
Okay,
that point, now I'm loaded with all this inventory. I didn't want to sell I didn't really want to sell anything because I enjoyed all my cards at that time.
really.
Yeah, so you understand the emotional attachment. Plus, you also work your butt off to buy these cards too. This money doesn't come from,
Yeah, like
from the sky. It has to come from somewhere.
yeah, like even like just the time it takes to sort them and do this and do.
Yeah.
People don't
Yeah.
realize that.
Well, I was buying singles after 2000. Uh, I don't know if you're familiar with a store called the Toy Vault.
No,
Well, we have one in a few of them in New England, and they have you behind the counter any hobby packs that you can buy from hockey, baseball, anything that you want. And they went from $2 up to $300 for a pack. And
really.
I would have no problem going in there and throwing the credit card and spending $200 and
What
coming
kind? What kind
home.
of packs for two, three
But
hundred?
but but I came home with a lot of really good cards. But the problem
Really?
was they sat on my shelf because at that time, I they were not worth what
No,
they were back in 2020 in 2021.
no,
During that process, I had other shit going on. So I didn't have someone to say, "Hey, you remember those cards that you bought in 2017 and 2018? You need to sell them now." That is my problem with buying and collecting cards. If do you understand? This timing
Oh,
is everything. And
yes,
when you
yes,
do this as a hobby plus as a flipper collector and also a PC person, it's really hard to figure out when is the time to sell, especially
yes,
if I'm involved with 4 different sports.
yes. I don't really collect basketball, just some 1 to 3 $5 Jordans, Bird, that's about it. It's too expensive, and the 3 other sports I'm very happy talking about. I like basketball, but just too expensive.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
are you do I know you probably indulge a lot more into baseball. I am more on the football side.
I
I
would
grew up
go
football.
baseball, hockey, football in that
Football
order.
is your third.
Yes, just because it just happened to be that way, not for any other reason.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
was always baseball, then hockey, then my
What
poppy my
oh,
poppy bought me a 7980 box of Tops hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get Gretzky's rookie, but I had almost every card, and those got ruined. That's what hurt. Stuff like
Uh,
that.
oh, I see. I see.
Stuff like
What do I do with all the hockey cards, the base cards that I have of him, and all the other Hall of Famers from the 70s, 80s, and 90s? I have I have one of those big 3-row boxes
okay.
with
Yep.
hockey
Very
players
good.
that I know
Yes.
just from watching sports all my life.
Okay.
When you say the name, I go, oh no, I know who they are. Pretty much know who they play for, if they're good, if they're bad. I mean, just from hearing things.
yeah.
How do you get rid of a lot of your bulk hockey?
Oh, I sell them for $1, $2 between that.
Are you doing it on eBay or at a card show?
Macari.
Macari? See, I saw you on SCR and you said that you sold some cards on there. And I was amazed because I actually had to pull 7 or 8 listings on them because all I got was likes on the card, but never any purchases.
Oh, you have to do to promote it.
Oh, see,
And
that's
then if
odd.
somebody
I
likes it, you could do it separately with them. They'll
don't.
get but if you look, okay, if you guys want on Macari, like I said, I have this Chase Young card up, okay?
Okay,
2020 Panini playoff rookie wave
gotcha.
silver. If you see this or a couple others and you see Springsteen 88, that's me. For
Okay.
some reason, you cannot talk directly to somebody unless you go on their card and then get to their site. So let me put that in here. And I went on Macari for the simple reason that eBay had too many of the same cards. Too much competition.
Well, I think that's always been that way. I've had my store since 2009 on eBay. By the way, what is your store name on eBay? Do you have an eBay store?
Oh no, I don't really sell. Once in a while if I get a big card, but nah.
Oh, okay.
Because I
I
just think
sell on
that's
eBay.
why I went to Macari because of the competition, right?
Right,
And
but oh,
I started a rapport with people.
mm-hmm.
And I have a
Okay.
lot of followers and I
Mm-hmm.
really do well. And I'm still doing well.
Well, that's good to know because I like to get somebody else's point of view of what you're doing, and your ideas might feed on mine, and we both can share our ideas back and forth. Um,
Yes.
Facebook groups who are only associated with just sports card collecting.
Okay.
And I bought from a few of the members through PayPal, which is completely secured. And I've always had, a few, I've had luck with it. Macari, I just don't, I don't know. eBay, I just sold 3 or 4 cards in the past 3 days that I didn't expect to sell. So
It's that's
I
good
don't know.
though.
I
It's
don't.
great.
Would you consider opening an eBay store, or you just don't want to? Because I feel that in my opinion, and I'm only just saying this, is I think that eBay, and to be honest with you, they have billions of eyes more than Macari.
Yeah, I
Right.
do get that, but I knock it out of the park on Macari. Knock it
Well,
out of the park.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Does Macari? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Do they have in category that I have to select so I can get more eyes on my merchandise on my cards?
on eBay?
No, on Macari. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm not putting in the
No, you
right.
have to stay current on it. Like promote
Okay.
to all the likes.
Okay.
That's separate. What I always do is this. You see the people who have looked, right? The views,
Okay.
then you have the likes. I
Right.
send out an offer to the viewers first, cuts the price down, and then I send it out to the likes, and that cuts theirs down.
Okay.
And I've been selling $1, $2, $3 cards. Yeah,
Okay.
it has been slow, Bullhorn. Yeah, Bullhorn said eBay's been really slow, and it has been. But
Yeah, I think a lot of people are a little they're trying to cut back because I mean the inflation isn't going up or down, it's staying consistent. So we don't
it,
know what's happened. It's a bull, it's a market that we can't predict.
I sold cards that would be sitting in a box forever. So I'll tell you what I've sold, and I think over the weekend. Okay, I sold. 1 second, please.
Okay.
Um, just waiting for my phone. Oh, okay. Here we go. Anytime.
I'm on my phone so I can't show you unless wait a minute.
Here we go.
You
Here
know
we.
Colin used to show his phone in on the live stream?
He put it up to camera.
Yeah, can I do that with my phone and put it on there while you're on my iPad? We're gonna have to test it out.
Like
See.
that. I just got to figure out the cameras.
There you go.
So
What are you using? Are you using an iPad for your camera right now on your live
no,
stream?
just a little thingy thing. Laptop.
You're using a laptop?
Yeah, because I'm starting from the bottom, so as time goes on, it'll improve. You know.
Good to know. Okay, so I'll go. So when I call you next week, all right, and I'll
Yep.
put my face on camera, so you'll have two faces showing. I'll go in my back room, in my eBay room, in my card room. I was the first time I ever went on live stream. I was in this TV room, but I have 6 rooms in this house, so I'm gonna go in the other room. It'll be a lot brighter, and I'll set that up
Okay.
with my laptop there. I don't
Um,
have I don't have any stuff hanging in my background, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what my.
I put it up because it's just a wall. I'm literally in a corner. That's why I called it CJ's Corner.
Oh really? Oh, it was you when you came up with that name.
I sold a Josh Palmer orange disco for $1.25, Lamar Jackson for $2, a Bryce Harper for $2.43, a Lamar Jackson for $1.46, and a Nico, pardon me, and a Nico Collins for $6.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, new.
And I negotiate. I always compromise. My goal, okay, you could have a. This is how I look at it, chat. Let me know if you look at it like this.
Okay.
You could have a card up. Okay, this is for everybody. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a card up for 100. I usually sell one like that for 40 and my card will go. Or you could have $100 card up for 5 years, like some people on eBay still do.
I know that is true.
So I try to work with the buyers. I want to sell. I don't need to jack something up like that. Here, 40, cool. 38, you want 35? I'll pay for shipping. No problem. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I try to work with the seller. That's what I try to do. And I've really have generated a lot of followers and a great rapport with people.
Mm-hmm.
I've really have I and here's the best part about Macari. If nobody knows right now, there are no fees for the seller.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, and that's
What
why
you sell is what you get.
yeah, that's why
Woo!
what I did. And I kept them out there and then I went and checked the app and I said, "Oh, okay, I got 300 likes on the Aaron Judge card, right?
Okay.
But no sales." I
Wait,
threw it up on eBay and then it sold and I was like, "Oh,
yeah, but you didn't promote it. You didn't send out to a
no."
liker or message someone. I message people too if they like it. I'm like, hey, if you're interested, I'll work with you. I sold a lot of cards like that too, you know?
What I always say, whatever works for you,
Yep.
stick with it. Whatever's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep. Whatever worked for me, it worked. You know, not everybody's the same.
Right.
Everybody has their own style or something they want to do different, you know. That's why I came on here, just to see other people's point of views, ideas, and talk sports. And
Yeah,
you
I'm a
think you
collect.
think rocking you all night will call in?
I'm a
Yes, I
little
am, Brendan.
like I I I keep the only thing that's in my PC is pretty much my Tom Brady's, and everything. Everybody knows that. But then I'll have my favorites too, because I can't just I can't be without a Michael Jordan or a Shaq O'Neal or a Magic Johnson or a Wilt Chamberlain or somebody like that. Tiger Woods. I have to mix it up because it makes me happy to see. To me, that's my colorful collection.
That's great.
Does that make any sense? I just like
Yes,
pride,
it's all up to the person.
and I think being it's so funny. I think, do you ever find that being a girl in this business that people find it a little odd that we are collectors of cardboard?
Yeah, they try to lowball me all the time.
What? They
They try to lowball me all the time with prices. They think I don't know what a card's worth. Like, come on.
Oh, I was talking about actually when that you cannot really talk or relate about cards collecting with just anybody unless you're talking to another card collector.
Yeah, exactly. I have
Nobody
a I have a
understands.
question. Hold on, I have a question.
Okay.
I lost the chat. How do I get it back? I hit something by accident.
All right, there
Um,
might be something on the bottom of your screen.
no,
Look
no.
look for there might be, I'm not sure what it shows on your end, but see if there's three dots or look for a home thing on the bottom.
Oh, okay. 3 dots.
Okay.
Let's see. It just hit brand for some reason. I don't know what that means.
All
Oh,
right.
comments. Let's hit comments. Oh, woo! Got it back. Here we go.
Oh, you go, girl. You go, girl.
Um,
Oh, you
call
go.
in, Rockin'. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
would love that.
Brendan.
More people.
Brendan, I have a thing, but I don't know what it's called. Um,
Well, you
it's
just
not
have.
my. I think this is it on Instagram. Hold on, I'm gonna try this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Christine, 316. Try that, Brendan. If not, it's Christine Johnson. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's go.
That'll
Let's
change it.
go.
Hey,
What's
hey.
up? What's up, Rockin'? Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me, Christine?
Loud and clear, my friend. How are you?
Hey, congrats on the new show. I was debating on calling in, but I thought considering it's the inaugural night, I had to call in.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was
Lo-
really oh, Philly Joe. Here we go. What's up, Philly Joe? Thank you. It's nice to see new people and people from SCR. Like, that's why I really got to be thankful for them. But I'm just trying to get my own niche and my own, feel for everything. And I think this is my wheelhouse.
It's your wheelhouse. I can tell you're comfortable here, and I usually get on SER chat, and I'm a little bit of a terrorist on there. I like giving people a hard time, but that's kind of the nature of their chat. So I was sad to see they're taking a break. So I thought maybe I won't be so mean and cruel on your chat, but no promises. But tonight I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Um,
What I'm saying is this. I don't want constant swearing just to swear on here and, or really vicious attacks in the chat. I don't, because some people don't go on SCR, so they don't understand it. And I want people to feel comfortable here. You know what I mean?
So I was going to come on not to defend free speech, but I was going to show you a couple of things. You brought up the Hall of Fame and people that aren't in
Oh,
there. So I was just
let's
going to do
go.
some show and tell really quick because I know these are conversation pieces. So here's my number one gripe for people that aren't in the Hall of Fame. I guess
Here
if
we
my
go.
camera can get that.
Who is it?
Can you see it?
That I see a W. Is that or no? Warren Spence in the Hall of Fame. Something. Best wishes.
Dale
Don
Murphy.
Mattingly. Dale Murphy. I didn't know if it was Murphy or Mattingly. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so I don't know why he doesn't get in there. He doesn't quite have the stats. 400 home runs. He's too shy of that. But he played on some of the world's fill in your favorite expletive team.
Yeah.
And he was the Atlanta Braves for all of the 80s. 2 MVPs, bunch of All-Star games, Gold Gloves. He's
go by era.
Yeah.
Go by era, and you'll have a fair Hall of Fame.
And also, he was a super nice guy. One of the things that I think hurts him is he's been a huge member of the Mormon Church Latter-day Saints, and I don't know why that would be a deterrent, but I think somewhere behind the scenes maybe that is, but that's just a theory. I was going to show something else too. This was the first autograph I ever got. You probably know that name. That's a pretty nice signature.
I can't see it.
You need your glasses checked.
I can't read autograph.
I'm just kidding. It's Al Kaline. I'm not doing a good job at holding this.
Nice. Detroit.
Yeah, Al Kaline, when I was a little kid, used to show up at the bank that my mother worked at, and I was just in awe because he was a longtime Hall of Famer then. So over the years, he would make annual trips to this bank. So I probably have maybe 20 things signed by him.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to bring up my hockey Hall of Famer. You've already mentioned McGillney.
Hold on. Did you see this right here from Aubrey?
Ryan isn't a robot. I know. I didn't know. Oh.
Yeah, hold on.
Aubrey, you have to call in next week.
That she said this one. Ryan is real. Philly Joe disagrees about Dale Murphy. Really, Philly Joe?
Well, hold that thought, Philly Joe. You can discuss it. I'll give one more topic to discuss.
Where'd Rhonda go? Did Rhonda hang up?
I think she did. I think I annoyed her, maybe. She heard
Rhonda, I'm sorry I didn't see you go. I wanted you to get into the conversation.
Here's the hockey conversation. Somebody brought up McGillney. Here's somebody that I haven't heard mentioned for Hall of Fame forever. And there's no reason he shouldn't be on that. I don't know how to get that.
Is that Osgood?
Osgood, and it's an autographed die cut one. And I think that's
that's my turn it like no, this way. This way. Up a little. Oh, I don't know how to use it either. Oh, there it is. What'd you get on the grading? What'd you get on the grading? I can't see it. Man, I can't.
Yeah, it says the auto 9 near mint 8 on the grade.
Nice.
So 8, 9.
Those are tough to get a grade on.
But he's got over 400 victories, and
look at this Stanley Cups.
Yeah, the Stanley Cups. A lot of people don't realize, they think Hasek was the starter for the Stanley Cups. It's Osgood. Osgood was 2 of those 3 Stanley Cups. He was the key. And he's got over 400 victories, which is nowhere close to Brodeur, but there's not many goalies that have ever got 400 victories, and he has these Stanley Cups. I don't know what prevents him from being there, but he should be there. I think he will be there eventually.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
it makes no sense.
This is how I look at it. They might be. I think I'm trying to think. They might look at it like you had Coffey and Chelios, Lidstrom, Fetisov as your defenseman.
Yeah.
You had Fedorov, Robitaille, Hall, Shanahan, Yzerman, Larionov as your forwards. Did they even need a goalie? I could have played that season. I really could have. Robitaille, they had 12 Hall of Famers at least. Yeah. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
But I mean, it's still, I mean, that would be like saying the Dallas Cowboys can't get Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, or Deion Sanders. And look at that line. Larry Allen is in. I mean, that's some of these teams that have these the 70s Pittsburgh Steelers, as you know, like some of these are the greatest teams ever assembled. So if they have 10 Hall of Famers, so be it. I mean, that's just, I don't know. These writers have their own play.
I love watching them play.
I was going to show one other thing. I
I
have
want to see it.
two things really quick.
Go
I
ahead.
run an online radio station, by the way. So Rockin' You All Night. If people want to go to rockingyouallnight.com and listen to some music, it's mostly
Put in the chat.
international hard rock, heavy metal. Maybe it's
Okay.
not for some people.
Rocking
You
you all
all
night
night.
long.
Nope, rockingyouallnight.com. I don't know how to.
Oh, okay.
Aubrey can put that in the chat for me. Aubrey, do me that favor. Aubrey's my
please.
biggest fan.
If you guys want to put anything in the chat, go ahead, man. I don't mind.
I was gonna show here's when they're talking about cards that you collect. I love collecting cards in what I call bicycle spoke condition. Some of us are old enough that we know what that means. So here's a good bicycle.
My mother.
Spoke. I don't know if I can.
Oh, that's a nice card.
Aren't these a great set? But I can't really show the creases. But this thing is. It's one bicycle spoke away from actually transferring into bird nest condition. And then here's another bicycle spoke condition.
Nice.
I can't really get the creases to show. I mean, I could make a few more if need be.
You could do it if you got the lighting right. If it hits the angle. But my mother had all Mantle rookies and put it in her spokes.
That was your retirement going in those spokes.
That was more than that, buddy.
Oh my gosh. This is the last thing I want to show people that I think is undervalued in the hobby.
I love it.
I got a few of these. So if I gave people some buying tips, I'm not saying things right. I got two things to show. When I collect bird nest and bicycle spoke conditions, I also collect ones like this. I don't think you see it, but somebody was doing math on this 1958.
Yes, I've seen a few of those. I've had a few of those.
And according to their math here, it says 52 plus 10 plus 20 equals 26. That's the math that shows on here.
Wow.
Right. Good math, right? I'm having fun on your show. Sorry.
They were way off.
Yeah,
I don't
just a bit. These, you'll remember these. We're old enough to know these.
Those are nice.
These are beautiful cards. These are actually, in my opinion, much more rare than Peyton's Topps rookie.
Oh my God.
And you can find I got 3 of these. I don't want people getting the numbers.
Up. Gotcha. I see them.
I'm getting a reflection. But anyway, there's 3 of them. They're all mint 9s.
Wow.
And
that's almost impossible.
Yeah, and you can get these like for under $100, and I don't know why that's so underpriced, but they're beautiful. They're beautiful cards, and they came in the chips. I was showing somebody that like, oh, that's a cool. Somebody said that's a
Philly
cool logo.
Joe likes them.
Somebody said it's a stork, and I'm just like, a stork. It says crane potato chips. It's a crane, but anyway. This is my hot take. People should get these if you like football. It's football season.
I think they're wonderful. I love different. I like different.
They're big cases there, so I think that a lot of these. I don't really know much about the new stuff, the modern stuff. It's all.
Yeah, I think it's overpriced.
It's weak to me. Yeah, and so like I look at something like this, the Peyton 1976. This is
you got a PSA 9 on it.
Yeah, and like I said, those were like less than 100. So I'd like to see some more people. Maybe they don't know that those exist, but I think Walter Payton is. I mean, he's sweetness. What else can you say? But it's like his rookie card in a mint 9 under $100. But yeah, I mean, I could show you all these things, but I really wanted to come on and say I'm really very glad that you have a show. I'm proud of you for having the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'll try to. In the absence of sports card radio, I'll try to come on here each Thursday. And I think maybe if we try a little bit,
maybe you should come on Wednesday.
Wednesday? What day is today? Today's Thursday?
No,
Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I told you I've had a little bit to drink tonight, so give me a break.
Knocking them a little bit, knocking them back.
Maybe next week we'll get Aubrey to come on.
She will.
Yeah.
She will. She's talking mad.
Those are my hot takes. I don't know anything about the modern market. The stuff that I see with some of the people that get mentioned on sports card radio, it's Greek to me. I don't know anything about lot of the modern stuff and some of the
Yeah.
things that I see going on. I'll invent a word here: scummery. Some of the scummery that I see in the sports card and collectibles business just disgusts me, because when I hear Aubrey apparently is the moderator of Rockin' You All Night. That's a good. When I see some of the things go on, it's like it's the opposite of like when you and I started collecting. We're probably close to the same age.
Yeah.
But we started because we have a love of sports, and this is fun to us. And then when we see all this
It
weirdness,
wasn't
it's like,
fun to me
yeah.
collecting like that. It wasn't fun. I didn't like it. Hold on, you got a request from Brendan.
Oh, so if you play Rush. Okay, well, my station, if you tune in, it's mostly international hard rock, heavy metal, particularly progressive symphonic metal. So you probably would like a lot of it. It's I don't want to say similar to Rush, but it's a lot of them are influenced by Rush. But Rush would be, that's Canadian American. That's North America is one of their all-time greats. So Rush doesn't need me broadcasting their music. They've got enough fans and all that. So you would hear something different, but I think if you're a Rush fan, you probably would like that. Ultra modern cards are all gimmick and no soul. Yeah, I like that saying. Brendan
And
Von
Philly
Eyck.
Joe loves the discards. Philly Joe, you want to come on? See, I want this atmosphere. This was my goal, to just talk sports, have a nice time, have a nice chat. Sports Card Radio, I owe a lot to them, but they have their show. I didn't want to
Yeah.
copy their format. I just wanted to find my niche, and this is my niche. And I don't want ultra terrible things, especially towards women in the chat. You guys could go back and forth, but I want people to feel welcomed and not go. But I will not tolerate. I'll tell you what I will not tolerate. Excuse me. Next Wednesday, Philly Joe, same bat time, same bat channel.
I'll try to keep my days straight, but yeah. I didn't take up too much of your time here, but I'm glad that you're on the show.
I'm glad
and
you called in. I'm glad Rhonda called in.
I'm glad there's more people. I'm glad there's more people that are kind of like-minded here, and not just about the money. Because if this, I wrote a comment one time, and it's partly tongue in cheek, but not entirely. It's like I got my first pack of cards in '87, and I've never broken even since. So that's like, if it was about the money,
gotcha.
But selling and making games is fun, but that's not what it's all about for me. So
hold on. Look at this. Aubrey's coming with shots tonight. Aubrey's bringing it.
Don't worry, Ryan, your moderator, keep track of the day. I need someone to keep track of the day for me.
He said, I'll see you next Thursday. I'm not on here, buddy.
I'll tune in on Thursday. Nobody will be here. I'm like, what's going on? So
yeah, like my format, I wanted like this: talk about cards, talk about sports. You could. I don't care who promotes their channel, whatever they have. Go ahead. I just wanted, to get back the fun of sports and collecting. I don't want to always focus on the negative, because I think we know what the negative is.
Yeah.
I'd rather see cards that you have, and everybody loves them. I think everybody who was on tonight, I think 12 total. I think that's awesome. I'm so hyped. I thought it was just going to be me talking to myself, so I'm very happy. Here we go. Aubrey's all over. Aubrey didn't say a word for like a year.
Show your super rare auto sticker. I know what sticker she's talking about.
What is it?
I think we should save that for next week, because I would have to go to find that, and that might take the figurative minute. But I know what next week, Aubrey, if you can remind me what day Wednesday is, I'll come on after you and I'll show the sticker, or we'll figure it out. But there's a very rare, very sought after sticker that I have that Aubrey has something to do with. So I'll leave it at that.
Oh, Aubrey hasn't said a word for a year. She came shooting.
Yeah, I don't want to
Arrow.
upset Aubrey.
You.
She's either my biggest fan or my biggest nemesis. I don't know, so I have to walk on eggshells for a little bit. So
See, and this is what I enjoy. This kind of talk, what we're talking about. Aubrey's getting into it. I want people to feel comfortable. There's no judgment here, but one thing I will not put up with, and it has nothing to do with anybody in this chat. You're not going to come in and be mean to me. You're not going to talk about my looks. You're not going to be a pig. I will not put up with that. I'm a 52-year-old woman, not a girl. That's all. That's my only rule in the chat.
well, it's
Thank you,
your show,
Rhonda.
so you can. It's your show, so you can do what you want with it there. So
That's all. I don't mind ribbon and stuff,
Yeah.
but not mean. We're not going to do that. Good night, Rhonda. Thank you. I was going to end the show tonight, everybody, here at 10, if that's okay. I really enjoyed you calling in, and
Well, let me say goodbye. So you have the end show to yourself. I don't want to be part of the closing credits, but Christine,
okay.
It's been a pleasure. I'll tune back in if I can remember what day Wednesday falls upon. I know it's a day that ends in Y.
Aubrey's got you.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thank you
if
so much.
I can figure out how to hang up here.
There you go. Everybody, thank you. Brendan, thank you. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for really making me comfortable for my first show. I had a ball. I really had fun talking about fun baseball and sports and what it means to people, and I just enjoy it. And I don't mind coming on here talking about it once a week. And I love that the people who came here, I owe you so much thanks, everybody. Brendan, Rhonda, Aubrey, Philly Joe, Pencil, Spider. I don't want to leave anybody out. Hold on. Did I hit everybody, or hold on? Philly Joe, Aubrey, Brendan, Pencil. I got. Did I miss anybody, guys? No, I think I got everybody. Rocking you all night. He was up there. Oh, Bullhorn. Bullhorn. Good seeing you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope I could get better by the week and improve and, have some more fun conversation. Anybody could call in, talk about cards. If you want to hype something, please do. Please do. I just have to learn how to do this better, so then I could branch out to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but I want to take it slow, one step at, like one rung of the ladder at a time. So thank you, everyone. See you next Wednesday. I hope to see everybody. Aubrey, you better call in now. You were shots fired tonight. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Have a great night. I'm so fortunate and grateful. Thank you. Good night.